Great to thank you.
Well, America's least favorite socialist, Bernie Sanders, dishing out assists this weekend. I've never seen that before. Look at him go.
We already, oh, Lord, what if he has a heart event? We already know he went full throttle for the Nazi-tattooed Maine Senate candidate, Graham Plattner. Now this weekend, tack on this progressive duo.
The very first vote in the second Trump administration that he brought forward was for the Laken-Riley Act. It stripped due process away from immigrants, allowed for the indefinite detention of adults and children.
You cannot reform this. You cannot retrain this. The only logical path is to abolish ICE.
Well, Bernie loves those stances, apparently.
I have absolute confidence that if we stand together, we are going to win this fight. We're going to create a government that works for all of us. And one way to do that is making sure that Peggy Flanagan is the next U.S. Senator from Minnesota. We need leaders in Washington who have the guts to take on the political establishment of both political parties. That's why we need Dr. Abdul El-Sayed in the Senate. I like Graham Plattner. You like Graham Plattner. The big money interests do not like Graham.
Here now, Fox News digital senior editor of investigations, Asra Nomani, with pollster and strategic communications expert, Lee Carter. Lee, I don't know whether to start with just the vomitous nature of the Democrat candidates or the fact that Bernie Sanders thinks he has the Riz. Take whatever.
Well,
The Riz.
I think it's, I don't know if I can agree with Bernie Sanders having the Riz, but I will say this about the candidates on the left. There is a huge movement that is really, really far left, that is very anti-established, that believes the system is rigged against them, that believes that everything is unfair, that goes after millionaires and billionaires and is anti-success, anti-capitalism, anti a whole lot of things that most of America is for. And it might be popular among Democrats, but it's not going to be popular among the mainstream American. It's too far. It's a bridge too far. And Bernie Sanders has taken us here before, and we're seeing that it's even spreading beyond where it was before.
Asra, you know, I won't deny that a lot of these candidates are super left-wing. They're very radical by the standards of our whole country. But they do have the benefit of having energy. You know, they're getting a lot of press. People are showing up. Now, you can talk about the reasons why they're showing up, but they're showing up. And so they don't have to win hearts and minds across the country. They got to win in these particular locales where they're running their races. Do they have enough energy to kind of make up the sort of kind of wave maybe that you saw Republicans have many years ago with the Tea Party? Is there any relationship between these two things?
Yeah, you know, the relationship is that this is a machine. Bernie Sanders is sort of like the gangster grandpa of the American socialist movement. And he is the head of this machine. They have created an apparatus, and that is what is so important for everybody to understand. These are not just random races. These are strategically selected races, just like you said, to tap enough voters to win. And they are running for offices from rent control board in Berkeley, California, to the mayor's race, which they've now won, right, in New York City. And so the really important thing for everyone to understand is that they have money, they have a communications network, that the media hits that they're getting is because they have a very strategic communications plan. And this has been 10 years in the making. Bernie Sanders first got aligned with Linda Sarsour, the Palestinian-American activist in Brooklyn, and a decade later, this is what we've got.
I thought you were going to say, these are not just random racists. Because that
too.
Because again, how many times have conservatives and MAGA and President Trump and people associated with President Trump been called Nazis, and they've actually put up a guy with an actual Nazi tattoo? I digress. But in terms of the organization behind this movement, it was on display with these liberals mobilizing children and trying to create incentives for students to head out on these May Day protests, Asra. Again, a machine at work.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I just love coming and talking to Brian and you, Dagan, because what happens is that we have to follow the money. And in following the money on the May Day protests, I established that there are 600 groups that were behind this network of about 3,000 events. They have combined annual revenues of $2 billion. And you know me, I love my show and tell, so I just want to show you one illustration of what they're trying to put into the minds of our young kids. A is for activist, in case you didn't know that already. M is, yes, now for May Day. R is not for rabbit, but for the radical red. And just in case you thought that they might be subtle, Z is for Zapatista, which is the communists in Mexico. But the good news is we just wrote a story on Fox News Digital that Jason Smith, the chair of the House and Ways Committee, has sent out 3 of these letters to 3 organizations, People's Forum, Breakthrough News, and Tricontinental, to try to dismantle their apparatus pushing socialism in America. And that's really the important story, because if we can dismantle the network, then it's possible to stop the indoctrination.
Lee, really quick, I mean, this is shocking stuff. I've never seen that board book. That was a brand new show and tell, Asra.
Yes.
Lee, we talked to Karl Rove last week, and one thing he said is, if you're a Republican, you got to go out and you kind of have to do, it's a little bit of the negative attack thing. Like, you got to show people that this stuff's out there. You can't just be like what we've done. You got to be like, this is who they are. Can you get on board with that, Lee? Is that the right approach?
I mean, I think we have to be careful with it, right? Because it is attacking the youth. It is attacking a movement, and they have valid points on the one hand in their mind. And so I think that we need to be very, very careful and show them that there's a better and different way. In my community, there was a May Day event. In high school, kids were let out of school to protest. It was encouraged. Parents got a notice. This is something that would not happen if it was on the right. And so I think the outrage should be real, but I think we have to be very, very careful about how we attack back, because bitterness isn't necessarily the way to go all the time. Attacks do help it sometimes. But I think we have to be really careful and say, well, maybe we should rise above it, because in the past, that's what's won.
Asra Nomani, Lee Carter, thank you both. Great to see you.